Welcome back, hi mates. We're doing the fill up today. What I've been doing a minute, I've just been washing this out. I've had my brush in there. I've been wetting all the sides, scrubbing it out, and then I pumped it out with my little pump there. So it's pretty much as clean as I can get it. What I've also done, I filled this 2 or 3 times and I've pumped into the pond there and I've drained that out because I think I may have had some stagnant water in there. So obviously I don't want stagnant water, so I've cleaned it through now the best I possibly can. So hopefully everything will be good. Um, I'll tell you what I want to show you in a minute when that fills back up. It's a perfect opportunity to show you how this on my return works. So once I got water back in the filter, I'll put the pump on and I'll show you how that's working. So it'll be good for you to see that. It's just quite impressive, really. Okay, mate. Sorry about the noise if it's a bit noisy. Um, so that's filling now. So I'm agitating all this media, and I've done this 4 or 5 times. So I've got. I need to move this airstone slightly because I've got a bit of a dead spot, so that needs moving. But what I wanted to show you, so I'm going to pump this now into there just to show you how good that this is sort of spray bar type of thing. Let me put that on. Right, so that's on, there we are, look, that's only on 5 watt, right? 33 watts only. It's on 5%. What's this now? So how good's that? You know, obviously that when that's full, that sprays water and it pushes everything over towards the drain. So that really works top notch. I just thought I'd show you that while it was empty, because when the water's full, you don't notice it doing it. Obviously, the volume of water will possibly make it a bit less effective than the way it's spraying now, but it'll still push everything this way. So just thought I'd give you a quick look at that. Don't listen too noisy, guys, but the big fill is happening. Probably got about 7, 8 inches in there at the moment, so it's all underway. I've left water in there for that to simmer. I've got to move the stone. Shower's working well. I've tested that. That's all good. So while I'm waiting for that to fill, um, I'm moving my diesel heater to here. So I put the tank on the wall. I've tried to make it. I haven't got a lot of access here, so I moved it away to try and make it a bit neater. So I've just been setting up the fittings. For these to work well, you need a slight angle on the fuel pump, and I'm going to mount the heater on there. I got 3 or 4 of these. I use them in the camper van. They're bloody brilliant bit of kit. They're just Chinese diesel heater. For this particular one, I can set the thermostat on, so I can set it to, like, 24 degrees, and it'll keep the garage up that temp then. Because you know what's going to happen as soon as whatever the ambient is, if I if the ambient in the garage is only, say, 12 degrees and the water's at 24, it's just going to condensate well. So I'm hoping I can keep it warm. That's my plan anyway. So it's not too bad on diesel, it's quite efficient. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do, because like now I've painted everything, it looks quite nice. Once it gets all wet and mouldy and green again, it's but there you are. It's the fish that's important, not what that looks like. Yeah, so let me crack on. I've just reset this. I picked this up. Must have been, well, I think I had it last year or the year before. I got two of them. But obviously you can measure what electricity you're using if you haven't got a smart meter. Like I don't like smart meters, I'm going. But I do like to know what my pond is using. Um, just so I can evaluate how much the fish have cost me, what it's cost to actually run the pond. So if I'm moving a few on, I can work out what they sort of what everything owes me, if you understand what I mean. But this is really good. You can reset it, which I've done. I press that little reset button there. You can actually put into it your kilowatt per hour. I think mine's 29 pence, so I've put that in. So you can just run all your power then off this. So like my heater, obviously my air pump, the main pump, everything that's running, I can get an exact reading. I think last year it cost me about 170 quid to run this setup over the months that I obviously had fish in here. So it's not too bad. So I'm gonna get that put back on and see what we got again this year. I hope this video is not drowned it out with sound, but we're getting there now, guys. A bit more water. So we probably round about just over quarter full, maybe. So slowly getting there. Right, so everything's running top notch. I don't know if I can get that under there again for you to see the shower operating. Should just be able to see that. So I got this 10,000 pump now running at, she's on 90%, and I've got the showers open all the way and the return into the pond. So any back pressure now should go up the shower. So it'll ease the pump as well, so we won't put the pump under so much pressure. Right, so I'm gonna get the next step now. I need to get the water conditioned ready, so this is straight out of the tap. It has come through my 4 filter, but I've put it through at such a pace it won't have worked. So top tip for you guys, if you don't already know, sodium phosphate. I've said it right for a change, I think. Um, you only need 7 grams of this for 1,000 litres, so these last ages. Well worth getting that. Stops all the koi tax. I think it's about 12 quid, something like that, off the top of my head. Um, I use this scales. It looks a bit of a mess, but it does operate tidy. I picked this up off eBay. They're cheap enough. You can actually put whatever you're going to weigh it in on there. Press the tar button so it weighs your jar, and then put the sodium in on top. And again, they're on eBay, cheap enough. It looks a bit tarnished and dirty, but it works. So yeah, that's what we need, guys. sodium phosphate. So I'm going to get that in now and get this water, start conditioning things. Right, so I've just put that in, just sprinkle it on. Like I say, you don't hardly use any, so I didn't film it. So the next thing I'm going to do now is look at all my contaminants and things. So I'm using a pond detox. This is the one that I use. I find this really good. Now it's 2 tablespoonfuls for 1,000 gallons. You can put that in as a weekly dose. So I'm going to get 2 tablespoons of that in. And the good thing again with this, you can just sprinkle it on the pond water. You haven't got to mix it or anything like that. You can just physically spoon it out and put it on the pond water. Right, so that's everything in, guys. I'm really happy now, everything seems in order. So it's just waiting on the fish. I have got to get new batteries for my fish feeder. Need to get batteries in there, and that's it. And if you haven't seen the review I did, have a look back a couple of videos. I done a review on that, about to set it up on the professional feeding method, which is a must if you're doing something like this. If you've got to grow one, it'd be really good. So yeah, everything's up and running. Water will be right. I will do a couple of tests in my test kit in the week. I haven't got the heater on yet. We're currently at 10 degrees in the water, so I'm going to have to raise that to 18. I want to make sure my diesel heater is up and running before I do that, because like I say, it gets absolutely soaked with condensation otherwise. So that'll be my final job, really, is making sure that that's going to operate to keep the room at the right temperature. Yeah, happy days, guys. So only a short video this time. So I'm going to end it at that. Just finalizing everything. Make sure, look at that simmering. That's the way you want it, guys. Nicely simmering. Look at that protein already coming off. It's already doing a job, this shower. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to end this video, guys. Thanks for watching. On the next one, we should be putting some fish in. Happy days.